It's not about motivation. Winners need discipline. Wake up and win today. Discipline comes from within.
Boxing King Media in association with Boxer, with Baba, Tunde, Ajayi, glowing as always.
I'm trying to be like you, bro. How you doing, my man?
I'm good, brother, and thank you for your time. We're here at the Bermondsey Boxing Club. Just finished your media workout with Anthony Yarde. He's back in the ring again. How do you feel about his opponent and the quick turnaround?
Yeah, first and foremost, thank you for giving me the interview. It's just, for me, it's fantastic. You know, the style of the light heavyweight division is back, and everyone knows what happens when Ant gets in the ring. You can feel it when he does the ring walk. Well, today you can feel it when he's hitting the bag because, well, he's like bombs on the bag. So I'm really looking forward for his return. He's been looking good in the gym, and it's going to be a good night.
I always like to highlight, all the things that the fans are saying. Obviously, I'm guessing you knew yourself when this opponent got announced. It was going to come with a lot of criticism, probably because of the performance he put in against Arto BETERBIEV. So, just tell me a little bit about the opponent, how he came to him being picked.
Yeah, I haven't heard no criticism, probably because I haven't been.
You block it out.
Yeah, I always, me. When it's fight time, I really have to focus on my job at hand. But I can't see where the criticism is coming from. This is a guy that's had 33, 32 fights. He's got 3 defeats, the same as Anthony. He's beaten an Olympic gold medalist as an amateur. I can't see where the criticism is coming from. It's a very, very good opponent. And I hate to use the word a keep busy fight, because that will signify that you're going in unprepared or overconfident. This is a proper fight for us, and we prepared as diligently as always.
Can you almost take that as a compliment, maybe? Because people probably see Anthony as being that good. They're probably expecting him like fighting back to back like top 10 fighters, which he can't do.
Yeah, it's polarity. There's always a positive in a negative, and there's always a negative in a positive. The fact is that when people criticize, I just like, when a fly comes to your face and you just go, it's like, get out of my face, man. Because that's what you have to do. A lot of the criticism has just come from pure hatred. How can you say that someone is not fighting no one? And what qualifies you to sufficiently build you for a world title fight? Because as we have seen, you could knock Anthony's record, but what was the excuse for Callum Johnson? What was the excuse for Callum Smith? What was the excuse for Sonny Edwards? All these people that so-called prepared or had the preparing fights, they still lost. So there is no excuse for these fighters. The fact is that they just got beat by the better fighter on the night, and all the preparation in the world didn't prepare them for that particular night. So whether they fought these good, hard testing fights to get you ready for a fight, the result was the same. So fighters know that there is no one to blame, and there is no perfect setup fight for the big title fight. And I just feel that the reason why I can't take anything that these so-called haters or criticizers or Xers or Instagrammers say is because I believe there's so few of them. And the people who know boxing know that Anthony's career has been navigated correctly by me, by himself, by the management team.
I think you highlighted it pretty well there. Do you think it's worth educating fans on that? Because ultimately this is a business where you've got to prolong your career as much as you can, because the career is not that long. It's a very short space you've got where you got to maximize your money and for the least amount of risk, and that's the business ultimately.
Yeah, and I mean, again, I don't like, listen, fighters have to be respected. You can't, it's easy, and one of the reasons I don't really talk about it is it's easy to sit down at home in the comfort of your home home and criticize these modern day gladiators. Callum Smith is a warrior. John Ryder is a warrior. Sonny Edwards is a little warrior. O'Hara Davis is a warrior, because those that know that what it takes to even get to that stage, and you would be a fool to harper on or hold on to any criticism that comes away. But if you want to get, you know, uh, what's the word? If you want to get statistical, going back to Callum Smith, he fought a young man called Nemes Patty. I think he stopped Nemes Patty in 6 rounds. Anthony stopped him in 3 rounds. Nicolas Secloca, Callum Smith went the points with, I believe. Anthony stopped him in 3 rounds. So it just shows you that people are just not looking at what Anthony's doing. It's maybe you think it's easy, but it's not easy to knock out of 23 wins, knock out 22 people. And maybe because they're knockouts is the reason why people are not thinking that he ain't fighting no one. Nicolas Secloca, he fought Arthur Abraham, all these tough guys, but Anthony disposed of them. Everyone felt that BETERBIEV was slowing down, and me and Sam Jones, bro, I had to phone him. I said, bro, don't try to disrespect Yard. You're saying, oh, he looked slow in the fight. No, it was because he was in there with Anthony. And we all saw what happened when he fought Callum. So, and this is no disrespect to Callum Smith, because, again, Callum Smith is one of the guys I respect so highly, a fantastic fighter, and dared to challenge himself. But what I'm saying is not for the fighters. What I'm saying is for those few individuals that want to put on social media criticism when it comes to Anthony Yard, Tunde Ajayi, and the way he's been maneuvered. The fact is that no British fighter has even come as close as Anthony Yard to stopping these guys. He almost stopped Kovalev. He gave BETERBIEV his hardest fight. So what does it mean? So even if he had the easiest fights on the run-up to those fights, he's still done better than the guys that you claim have the hard fights, or the fights that you need to. I don't follow that ethos. It's a career. Again, Anthony Yard had 12 amateur fights. I keep telling people this. Anthony Yard, in under 50 fights in under 50 fights, amateur and pro, has fought for 2 world titles. I want you to wrap that around your head. A young man that come from East London just said, yeah, I'm going to dedicate myself to the sport of boxing. And in under 50 fights, he's fought for 2 world titles. I've said it twice because I want that to resonate into people's head. And I don't want to burn too much energy because we've got a fight next week, Saturday. But that's what I say to that.
Well, I'll emphasize that point because people are saying that Callum Smith would stop BETERBIEV because he's now old.
Yeah.
BETERBIEV won convincingly, and now the same people are saying, oh, he's probably messing about with stuff.
Yeah. And that's why it's always an excuse. And that's why you have to do your job with a smile on your face. Be as positive as possible. Boxing is a very, very demanding sport. These young men put their lives on the line. That's why let's get it right. And let me highlight this. I called out certain fighters' names. I respect all of them because I see and I've seen both sides winning and losing at the highest level. And so I'm never disrespecting the fighters. I'm just like, there's always an excuse when it comes to us. It's like, and I'm not gonna play the card that everyone wants me to play, or certain individuals want me to play, because it all boils down to experience. It all boils down to on the night. There's so many factors inside and outside of the ring, and sometimes even the best laid plans will not bring you victory, but there's always a victory in some shape or form. And I think Ant's already won. He's already won. He's changed his life. He's changed people around in the family, and changed the view outside my window as well. Helped change the view out my window. So it's all good.
And it's worth highlighting as well. You mentioned Callum Smith. I've now seen people saying, "Oh, he beat an old George Groves. He's not really beating anyone." So nobody can really win in this game. But talking to Callum Smith, without taking your attention too much away from next week, that's the fight everyone's talking about. And Callum's come out and said he likes that, which is good. So if successful next week, are we thinking that's the route you're going to go down? Forget world titles, because that's a big fight. It may even headline this 5 versus 5 thing.
You know, AY against anyone is a big fight. This is what I'm saying. You need to look at it. AY against Buatsi. I heard someone in the interview talk about Wembley. No, that's a stadium fight. It's a stadium fight. It's not no Wembley arena. It's a stadium fight. London boys. It's like a Eubank Watson or a Ben Watson. Don't when you mention Buatsi and Yard, don't talk about no Wembley arena. Talk about a football stadium. So there's that. Let me just show you Anthony Yard. Anthony Yard against Buatsi is a pay-per-view. Anthony Yard against Callum Smith is a pay-per-view. Anthony Yard against Chris Billam-Smith is a pay-per-view. Anthony Yard should have been against BETERBIEV, a pay-per-view, hence the fight of the year. Hence why the fight has been nominated by the British Boxing Board of Control as the fight of 2023. Anthony Yard against Bivol is a pay-per-view. Anthony Yard against anyone is a blockbuster fight. So the common denominator is Anthony Yard. So we're not signaling ourselves out for one battle. It's Anthony Yard versus anyone. He's said that. You know, before I would be like more reserved, but Anthony wants these big fights. And if he has to move up to cruiserweight when that time presents itself, he will do it. Because as you heard and saw today, his punches sound different. He can carry his power right up. And it's an exciting time. And I think, as you said, without drifting too far away, we have to deal with business on February the 10th, because we ain't doing that Deontay Wilder trick where you start thinking about Joshua money and all of that. Nah. We are firmly focused on February the 10th and the guy that's in front of us.
Fair play. And the last thing I want to get off you, Tunde, is I remember years ago reading that you just hit the block button because you don't listen to no negativity. And I like that as well, because we kind of follow that as well. How many people have you blocked over the years?
You know what? It's funny because, I don't know, maybe the BETERBIEV was a turning point in my career, because they know me, I'm very defensive over anyone that I've ever trained, especially Anthony. And I just like, do I really want to just get into it? You know, life is energy, and why burn up energy? So it's straight block, instant block. The only time I really block people now is on the show, The Fight Is Right, with myself and Spencer Fearon. And that's really, for most times, it's negativity to do with people, maybe females, people disrespecting women on our show or anything. But I don't really have to block anyone no more. It's kind of scary, man. Maybe I better start disrespecting people, coming with that side of me again. But it's still there. The fire burns very, very strongly. It's more about me being more composed now. And I still carry the flag for positivity. There's a lot of youths where we come from that are looking up to us. You know, myself and Anthony was on the tube the other day. We was going up the escalators, and one youth, he's obviously an amateur boxer. He's like, "Fam, you don't know how much you're inspiring us, you in the amateur clubs." And you know what? He was speaking to Ann, but I said to myself, this is what it's about. It's about setting an example. And I feel that whatever you resist persists. So if you are constantly fighting people, constantly answering back negativity, you're actually giving it energy. So therefore, the best way is to just keep your positive mind and keep your positive head, and be that example for others to look up to you, for young kids that see you in tube stations. And that's what I'm about, and that's what Anthony's always about.
It's good to hear that as well. Thank you for your time. And why have you not made a T-shirt with straight block written on it?
That's there. I got that. Well, it's on the site. It's on the site, but it's straight blockage, instant blockage. We got it. I even trademark it. You're blocked. How you like that, sunshine? Yeah, bruv, go and check the trademark. Go just type in "you're blocked. How you like that sunshine?" It's trademark, government trademarked, and but you know the merchandise stuff. I'm gonna get back on that properly, and you know, but yeah, it's all there. It's all there. StaminaForSale.com.
Mr. Tunde Ajayi, appreciate your time, brother, as always. Catch you soon. Good luck next week.
Fear. Most people are governed by their habits, their fears, and their opinions of others.